Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video. Across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this pan color woman is actually going viral for asking a question that everyone was like, why would she ask such a question? She actually goes by a name Country Club Mom. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together because this got people reacting. A lot of pan colored women and men came out to set records straight. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you don't subscribe to this channel, click on the subscription button and let's dive into it.
Someone just lost a child, a husband, a father, and all I'm seeing on social media is just people being happy about it. I'm so confused. And on top of that, they're now wanting to create a GoFundMe for the person who committed the crime. They are cheering him on, and some people are even creating lists of other people who may be next. What is going on? Can someone please explain this to me? When did we stop being human? What did Brian Thompson do that people are happy that he's now? What did Brian Thompson do that people on social media are willing or wanting to protect the shooter? I don't understand.
It does not surprise me, country club mom, that someone wearing a literal $1 million worth of jewelry doesn't understand the cry of the huddled, unwashed masses. If the inability to read a room was a fucking person, you're not crazy. You're just thoroughly divorced from the realities of Americans. Possibly humans. What did Brian Thompson do? He leads the company that far and away denies the most healthcare claims in America. A third of all claims his company denies. They deny so much it pulls up the industry fucking average. United Healthcare and by extension Brian Thompson have caused deaths to their customers by denying claims for their insurance that they paid them for. Cruella, she said, let them eat cake.
It's a nice office you got there. Nice ring, nice earrings, nice nails. Are those emeralds? So people are tired. People are tired of watching their loved ones because insurance denies treatment. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced people losing everything, you losing everything just because you get sick? It looks to me like you have resources to be able to take care of yourself and your family if they become sick. So I really don't think that you have the capacity to truly understand why people are reacting this way because you don't experience this. Eat the rich.
So Brian Thompson was the CEO of United Healthcare, which in my professional opinion, as somebody that has been doing medical billing and coding for 20 plus years, is one of the absolute worst insurance companies that I have ever had to deal with. He allowed the use of AI for claim verification, which meant that an AI program was either approving or denying claims for healthcare without anybody with any sort of medical knowledge was actually physically looking at these claims, which that then led to people not getting the care that they needed and subsequently people that. He allowed and encouraged unethical business practices because he chose a bottom dollar over the care for the members that this company was supposed to be serving. People are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on insurance and they were not able to use it because of the rules and the regulations that United Healthcare was putting in place, not only for medical care, but also for medication. My humanity is not unconditional. I do feel sorry for his family. I absolutely do. But I also will not defend the actions of a man who chose his $10 billion salary over the well-being of the members that he was supposed to be helping serve.
have himself got on here telling everybody that they need to have a little bit more sympathy over a man who has lined his pockets with the money of people who are suffering because they can't afford to live. Hey, thanks, by the way. Some people, you really can judge a book by its cover. By the way, everybody, have y'all seen that one photo that's been circulating around of, I don't know what this thing is. The face is all kinds of blurry. Two dark holes of a suggestion of eyes. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's not a person, but they claim it's him. I don't know what it is. I was just about to post this, then I realized that her name is Country Club Mom. Wow, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that somebody with that name would have these opinions. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, so Brian Thompson was CEO of the fourth largest public company in this country. That also means fourth richest, by the way. And the three companies ahead of his, they sell products that people choose to buy that make their life better in some way. People choose to purchase from these companies, and that's how these companies made their money. While Brian Thompson's company made their money withholding something from people, something pretty important, basic health care. Make no mistake, his company, worth $550 billion, made that money because they were also the healthcare company with the highest rate of denials. Do you get that? They made their money denying treatments, medications, surgeries to sick people, sick children. And yeah, like you said, he was somebody's son, brother, husband, but countless other sons, brothers, husbands, family members have because of the care that his company withheld from them. So perhaps if you can't understand why so many of us are unable to find empathy for the fact that somebody who built an enormous fortune off the backs of sick people has passed away, maybe you are actually the one that needs to check your humanity.
Is this a bit? Is your entire account satire? Y'all, first of all, my opinions are my own. I have looked through other videos and I cannot 100% confirm that this account isn't all some sort of elaborate parody. Because do you really not understand why the collective working class might not give the smallest of shits about the billionaire CEO of a healthcare company known for denying roughly 1/3 of its claimants, many of whom, I would assume, awaiting life-saving care to be approved by the healthcare company they fork over their net income to for just such an occasion their entire lives. This guy, on his way to a conference, presumably to brag about the record profits of his industry, finding himself might not elicit the kind of empathy one would normally give to someone who is the victim of. Do you not get that, Country Club Mom?
When I was 18 years old, I sliced my finger open because I was cutting chicken, and I went to the hospital to go get stitches. And as you can see, it's a really tiny cut, but it was pretty deep. However, 2 stitches cost me $600, and I cannot afford that. So I went to urgent care and to the financial office, and they wiped the bill clean because I was 18, jobless, and I had no insurance. And at that point, I was like, "Ugh, this feels really scummy," but I didn't really understand why. And then they told me to come back to remove my stitches. And I was like, heck no, because if you charged me $600 to put stitches on me, you're just going to charge $600 to take them off of me. So I went on YouTube to find a tutorial to take stitches off myself. And that's exactly what I did. So now fast forward to 2018, and I just got health insurance for the first time. And I felt like I was a responsible adult. I felt like, wow, I'm really taking care of my health. I had one of the best health insurance in the state. So one day I go to the pharmacy to pick up my inhaler, and my inhaler with copay is $20. So when I went to check out, the pharmacist told me, okay, so it'll be a total of $160. Is that cash or credit? And I said, neither, ma'am. What are you talking about? And she said to me, oh, it's because your manufacturer was changed by your insurance, so you are no longer having the on-brand one, but an off-brand generic one, so that one will cost you $160. And I said, ma'am, I'm not paying $160 because I don't have $160. I have $20, but not $160. And she's like, well, ma'am, I cannot give you your medication. You know, the medication to keep me alive in case I have an asthma attack? Yeah, she couldn't give it to me because I couldn't afford it. So you know what I did to make sure I had an inhaler? I just cheat the system. I knew someone who also was asthmatic, and they would get refills claiming it was for themselves when it was actually for me, and they would just give it to me because they were charged $5 with copay because they were married, so their insurance was way better than mine. So moving on, I went to the emergency room 2 times in 1 year, one for a health scare and one because I had a really bad allergic reaction. My bill was $6,000. $6,000. So I called my health insurance because I was like, this is a mistake. You guys will cover this for me, right? And they told me, no, ma'am, you need to reach your deductible before we can cover absolutely anything that you might need. And I said, how much is my deductible? $20,000. And I was like, $20,000. So I said, ma'am, I paid $200 a month for this health insurance. And you're telling me that you can't even cover my urgent care visits? And you're expecting me to pay inflated copays? And you're expecting me to be okay with that? Yes, ma'am. But don't worry, we're the best healthcare insurance in your state. And we're here to take care of you. I really did try to fight it. I really did. And I couldn't. And I definitely wasn't going to pay for that. And I wasn't going to get in debt for that either. So I got myself off the insurance. Why? Because I went to the financial office at urgent care and they said, well, you're not insured and you don't really make that much and you are eligible for a charitable program. So we're just going to wipe the bill clean. And I said, what? The bill clean? Really? And they're like, yeah, because you're not insured. And if you were insured, we wouldn't be able to do that. So, and I told myself I will never be insured again, ever. And to this day, 2024, I'm still not insured. And that's primarily because even if I was insured, I couldn't reach the deductible needed to take care of me for serious situations of my health. I wouldn't be able to afford it even with insurance. So why am I paying insurance $200 a month in premiums if I'm not getting the care that I need? That I'm getting inflated costs in medication, inflated costs just to see a doctor. And now because I am not insured, I can afford my medication because I am eligible for discounts to make my medication cheaper because I'm uninsured. So my inhaler on brand costs $40. I am able to buy my albuterol for my nebulizer, which costs $30. And I'm able to buy a nebulizer, which costs $70. And I'm able to do all of that without having insurance. And that is affordable to me. Now I'm able to see my primary doctor. Yes, I can still see my primary doctor without insurance. I just got to pay out of pocket and it cost me $180. Yeah, and copay might have been $40 or $50, but I prefer paying $180 instead of $2,400 a year. So when my family tells me, oh, you don't care about your health. What happened if something really bad happened? You were hit by a car, you fell out of an airplane, you tripped and you broke all your bones. It wouldn't matter because I still will not be able to afford it because I haven't reached my deductible to afford it. So I still have to pay myself out of pocket on top of the $200 a month. No. And healthcare insurance, they treat it like a bank. Why do I need to give you $20,000 out of pocket for care in case something happened in the future where I will need $20,000? Mind you, the way the healthcare system is inflated, $20,000 isn't going to get me shit. So let's just say it that way, where I broke my leg one day and it cost me 20 grand. I paid 20 grand in the hopes that in the future I will have money saved up in case of another serious accident. I don't get into another serious accident. At an old age, who gets to keep that $20,000 I just gave to the bank? You see, I'm calling them a bank. Who will get to keep the $20,000 that I gave my health insurance? The health insurance. Who gets to keep that money? The CEO. So when the health insurance companies call me yearly to be like, hey, we just want to know if you're insured because we're here for you, I tell them I don't want to be insured. I'm never going to be insured, and stop calling me and get me off your list. That's it. We need universal health care, and until we get that, I really hope that the industry collapses on itself. Because it's actually a fun thing to watch. All right, bye.
This influencer is getting canceled by the left and the right, that even the older millennial made a post bashing her after she posted a video explaining how she can't understand why people are happy the United Healthcare CEO was targeted.
You need to go look up Country Club Mom. And she says that she can't understand why the vast majority of people she sees online are cheering this, because she is very obviously never worried about the cost of shit. So when she makes a video like this, it just shows how absolutely disconnected from reality these type of people are.
In the video, she was saying things like, that's somebody's son, or when did we lose our humanity, all while wearing jewelry that looks to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Someone just lost a child, a husband, a father, and all I'm seeing on social media is just people being happy about it. I'm so confused. They are cheering him on, and some people are even creating lists of other people.
Well, what do you think? When was the last time she had to worry about health insurance?
This woman wants to know why there is no sympathy for the CEO of a corrupt health insurance company among the people. Sweetheart, I will explain to you in one sentence why nobody gives a crap, okay? It's because they'd like to give a crap, but all the craps that they have to give are completely out of network. And they just can't afford the out-of-pocket cost.
Ma'am, the poors are tired. We're the poors. We're tired. He's not the poors. We understand why you don't understand. Your name is Country Club Mom, and you got a fucking 5-carat rock on your hand. Okay? The poors are tired. We are the poors.
I know I'm late, but what in the Republican is this?
I just lost a child, a husband, a father. And all I'm seeing on social media is just people being happy about it. I am so confused. And on top of that, they're now wanting to create a GoFundMe for the person who committed the crime. They are cheering him on, and some people are even creating lists of other people who may be next. What is going on? Can someone please explain this to me? When did we stop being human? What did Brian Thompson do that people are happy?
You know what this is giving me? This is giving me Senator Katie Britt standing at the State of the Union in a big fancy kitchen talking about struggles. You wearing $1 million in jewelry, asking us to explain to you what the healthcare system has done under Brian Thompson as the CEO to people. First of all, I don't sympathize with a murder simping for him. I think it's fucking weird. It's like giving Ted Bundy vibes. I just don't have empathy for it. I'm over here giving my empathy and sympathy for school shooting victims. I'm over here giving my empathy and sympathy for marginalized communities. I'm not giving my empathy or sympathy to a man that I don't care about. It's all used up. But this right here, knock it off. Stay on private. Never make another fucking video again. Because the audacity you had to make one in the first place, sit it down, Cupcake. This is your political mom. Educational purposes only. Viewers discretion. But
This to me,
Do you know who else has lost children, husbands, fathers, even mothers, wives, grandmothers? You know who else has lost family? It's people that have been affected by the insurance industry. And I don't think people are directly celebrating what happened to this man. I think this is more of a fantasy scenario, right? Have you ever seen the movie John Q? John Q, where the guy basically goes to get revenge for what happened to his son because of the insurance industry? This is just like that. See, because right now we don't know the motive for what happened, right? And a lot of people are assuming, myself included, that this could be somebody who was wronged by the insurance industry. This is somebody who may have lost family because insurance denied a claim or did something, and now that person lost family also. Now, I may be judging you here, and I don't know you, but I also don't think that you understand what it's like to have to fork over a bunch of money, $500, $1,000, $1,500 more, because the insurance companies won't pay for something. You are obviously doing well, and I'm happy for you, but you obviously have money, so you wouldn't know what it's like to not have money or to have to make hard decisions to spend money where it could go somewhere else. Most of us don't know what it's like to be in your shoes, and we have to worry about where our money is going, and we have to budget tight, and we can't afford insurance companies to not process our claims or to deny our claims. Case in point, I talked about this last week. I had a case where one of my kids had an emergency at school, had to go from school to ER by ambulance. Insurance would not pay for it. I filed a grievance, and it just so happens I'm finally getting something in the mail today where I'm fully expecting them to tell me to pound sand. So, to answer your question, and as you've asked your question, I don't think that you've listened to people who have talked about their stories, because if you have, you would understand why. Again, I don't think people are directly celebrating what happened to this man, but it's the John Q fantasy, right? It's likely that the person who did this was wronged somehow by the insurance industry and probably lost family members also. So that's all this is.
Like, seriously, Lovelies, herself and every other person that thinks like her is just an example of, what you know how it is. So she actually came out to ask a question, which is okay, understandable, but she is forgetting one point, that a lot of people, like, you see that so many people have so many commentaries, and the reason why that they are just cheering and not giving concern about what really happened. And you decided to just come out and ask a question, like, you are all ignorant, like, why are these people reacting this way, as if you don't know the reason why people are reacting this way. I am not disputing the fact that what really happened is not really justifiable, but it has happened. Like, what has happened has happened, and a lot of people whom have been affected one way or the other because of maybe the company at which the said man represent have actually come out to air their opinion on how they felt that okay, they are not going to mock this man. This man has actually, and his company entirely, or what he's represented, has affected my family and friends in a negative way. So what do you expect people to do? Let us take for instance in a movie where the bad person finally, on alive. What do you expect people to do? Like, let's just assume this is a movie. Then finally there is a good person and a bad person, and this good person has been, subjecting this bad person have always been subjecting this good person into a situation that this person cannot even come off. A lot of people get unalive, a lot of people lose it all in the process of what this bad person has been doing. Then eventually somebody decided to set record straight on this bad person, on what this bad person has been doing to these people. And now you are asking question, why would these people that this person has been doing all sort of atrocity to us, why wouldn't they have a sense of relief and a sense of sending messages to people that, you know, does the same thing? Like I said, I'm not justifying the fact, like I also feel for the family, for his wife, uncles, brothers, and auntie, all his relationship, but there are other millions of people who, because of his negligence or as a result of maybe his policies or something, they also, are not, they cannot even find their family and friends to celebrate the upcoming Christmas or Xmas celebrations. Because of what? Because these people cannot even afford something that they have been paying for. Like, and you don't understand. The thing is that when they know exactly what they are doing, they'll just come on the social platform to act, oh my god, and before you know it, they will put out the video that they have initially posted. I try as much as I can to go to her, to see if what it happens that she has taken it out, and these are the stitches, and I was able to put it up. So you actually came out all dressed up. I think this is the reason why these videos sparked a lot of reaction to people, with the fact that she came out all dressed up, all looking flashy with the, thousands or millions of dollars ring and nails properly all kept and all of that, then asking questions like it's giving, like this her character or her behavior or her question is giving, oh, you poor people, why would you poor people, you know have to not get an emotional whatsoever to these rich folks that this happens to? You people complains a lot. Why do you complain so much? Like, this is just what it's giving. It's giving a rich person trying to, like, not get to understand what a poor person is trying to explain. Like, this is what it's giving. A lot of people have shared so many stories of why they felt, okay, there's no need of me, crying or burning or something, because I've already, something as a result of his own maybe negligence. Like, you shouldn't blame people the way at which they chose to, because you don't know what they have really gone through in the hands of people like this. In the hands of people like this, it's so disappointing that it has to take maybe one person or something like this to happen for people to actually realize that there are some things that you do to poor masses that they do not actually deserve. I've seen so many countless of stories being shared on platform of people on this healthcare propaganda and the way at which they've been denied defend and whatsoever it is. And when you hear the story, why is it that people can't even, you know, look into those stories? When you hear the story, you will not even feel any form of sympathy for people like this. Like, is it when something happens to someone that is so wealthy, that is when the whole world will know that, oh, something has really happened to this person. We all need to, oh my God. But when something like this happen, or when something maybe happens to a poor person, it's the person is not important. They just forget about the person. Like there are millions of people that have given it up as a result of the policies governing the insurance and all of the things. But none of them cares about it. They don't care. So why do you want people to care? Like they say that you give me what you should expect me to give you back. You wouldn't give me no sympathy and you expect sympathy from me. This is just the way at which the world needs to go right now. Nobody, or most of them like this, don't care when a poor person is at the hospital. This person maybe probably has been paying, and because of one thing or the other, or the policy governing whatsoever, they are not receiving a treatment that they are meant to receive, and all of a sudden they are not ready to be found anymore. They have left the planet Earth. Nobody sympathizes with those people. Have you ever asked yourself, oh, all of the people that have lost it all at the cost of this, we are so sorry, sympathize? Nobody. They don't care about the promises. So what, or why did you expect the promises to care about them? I know that the way at which it happened, like, no, it's so complicated, which, no, nobody should condone, nobody should just go ahead and start, but it has already happened. This can also happen to a random person. It can happen to, random people, and nobody will even hear about it. The media will not pick it up. The media will not hear about it. This is just the way at which the world works right now. So you coming out all painted, all flashy, all country mom, whatsoever that you are, asking this question, I don't know if it's satire, but if it's not, then you and the likes of you are the reason why the poor people's voice can never be heard. They can never be heard. Because people like you will just come with a statement, oh, please, let them just go. If they want to give up, they don't give up. We don't care. Since I am comfortable, I don't care about any other person. And I like the fact that so many Pankala people will be actually coming to, prove her wrong. I have seen stitches of people. I decided to just put this one first, then I put other stories that when you listen, you like, oh my God, now I understand why people are not even feeling any form of pity or something. It's just when it's not, when it's wealthy people need to be cared for. People need to show concern. But when it's someone that is poor, nobody cares. Nobody even care about you. You're already forgotten. Like, seriously. And I also, like, once again, I feel sorry for the family, like, so sorry for the kids and all of that. The thing is that it has been done. And another thing is that there are so many families too that we also need to show sympathies to, that lost one or two people as a result of, the policy governing the healthcare stuff. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. I watched up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, so please share, subscribe, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.